Hello everyone. So in the next part of the video, I'd like to walk you guys through on how to add list group to our website. And list group is basically another Bootstrap component where you are able to list down a series of cards, something like this. For example, as you can see right here, you're able to see a list of items here. We can actually modify more than this. This is just a basic example where the basic structure will be having list group, and the content that it has inside it will be having list group item as its class name as well. And this is some basic idea where you're able to have list group as their parent class, and the children will be having list group item, and that's the basic idea. And as you can see here, in order to add an active or highlight the entire child class, you need to be adding active like this. And besides that, if you want like to have it disabled like the first one right here, you just need to be adding disabled right here. And you can also add links and buttons to your particular list like this. As you can see, when we hover, our cursor changed to pointer just by having a href anchor tag right here. And of course, the class name should be list group item like this. And yeah, as you know, there are many ways to make it like this, where we are able to add numbers. And you also happen to have this, you can add something like, you can add a badge like this. And yeah, there are many ways you are able to customize this particular list group items where we are able to add it into our website. And in our website, we have built this particular frequently asked questions section. Next thing is I would like to place another section where I like to place reviews from my previous customers. And I would like to make that particular reviews in a group of list where I'll be able to make use of this particular list group component in Bootstrap. So let's go to our code, and in our code right here, I'd like to add another new section. And this particular section will be having an ID, and I'd like to place review. And inside here, of course, I'll be doing this almost the same thing like how I did it in the previous class, where I've used class name container, and of course the title will be here. So I have to make exactly the same for this particular section as well. And there you go. I just placed exactly the same thing like in the previous section where I placed the container. And besides that, I've also placed this particular text right here, a group of text where I've placed text center, and I just placed two texts. One will be the heading and this one will be the subheading. And here let's just change the name to review, and the bottom part here I like to change it to our client's feedback. And just like this, if you check our website, you're able to find this particular section will be formed at the bottom right here. So I like to give some background. Of course, let's just separate the first section and bottom section. So in this case, I like to add the class name for the section right here. In this case, I like to call class, and of course, I like to, first of all, I need to give the padding of -5, and of course, the next thing I like to add is bg-light, and you're able to find there's a new section will be formed right here. And next thing is where I like to place the list group items. So I like to go to the bottom right here, and of course I like to create a div, and this is the div where I'll call the list group parent class. So in this case, let's say list group. Okay, that's the first one. Inside here is like where I'll be placing the list group item. So I like to create another div like this, and inside this div is where I'll call a class name for the child class. So in this case, I'll call class list group item, something like this. And inside here is where we'll be able to place the content of the particular card right here. So in this case, I like to add h5 for the title. And inside here, I like to say the name of the particular customer. In this case, I like to say John Doe. And below here, I'll be just pasting the review from a particular customer. And of course, I'll be changing the tag to p tag for paragraph. And I like to place this particular text right here. And let's check our website right here. As you can see here, you're able to find a very long card has been created right here, and this is basically how you're able to implement the list group item as this is basically one of the item. So the one more thing I like to add is that, as you can see here, this particular card happens to be abnormally very long. So I like to make the size of this particular card to be a bit more smaller than how it looks. So first of all, I like to implement the grids concept where we actually made use of grid column in our previous sections, and that's exactly what I'll be using again for this particular section as well. So first of all, I like to create, just like on top of here, I like to create the rows and column class first. First of all, I like to create div class row, and this is the parent class And inside here I like to place the column class. In this case I like to create another div, and inside this div is where I'll place the column dash md dash 8. So what I'm doing here is that I'm actually creating a column which will span 8 columns from medium-sized screens and above. So this is my basic idea. So next thing is I like to place this particular list group items right inside the column which we have just created like this. And by doing this, I'll be able to have them placed within this particular row and column. So if I go to my website right here, you're able to find the width of this particular group right here is, or you can see the card right here happens to be very small. And of course, as you can see here, when we use column, it always aligns to the left hand side by default. So let's make that particular column to align to the center by going to the row right here and add justify content center right like this. And let's check our website right here. You're able to have this particular card to be aligned to the center. And besides that, as you can see here, the content right here is very close to its borders. So I like to add some padding around the content. So I like to go to the content right here, which is this, and add around like padding. And padding would be around like 4 should do. And you're able to find, yeah, there's some space has been given right here. And also, as you can see here, I like to give more space from this particular card and the title right here. So in this case, I like to add py, so py-5. And when I added this particular padding of y-axis, you're able to find, yeah, there's some space have been given right here and also at the bottom right here. So actually, I can just make a repeating group of this particular item. So in this case, I like to make a copy of this and like to place it right below here. And yeah, I can just make it a couple of times, and you're able to find like a review can be made. And the next thing I like to add would be I like to add some stars right beside here to make it look like the customers are actually giving some ratings along with their comment right at the bottom right here. And yeah, that's the end of this particular part of the video. Let's catch up on the next one.